Hello YouTube, this is my first video, so bear with me, but I just found this totally outrageous. Here it is, the headline right there, right in front of you. Voter group facing fraud charges. There's an investigation that's been going on here. If you remember, back at the end of the election last year, there was back and forth between both Democratic and Republican sides saying maybe there's voter fraud, maybe there isn't. When Trump was losing, he said we should investigate it, and Hillary said, oh, there's no voter fraud. Then she lost, and she said, maybe we should investigate it. And Trump came back and said, yeah, we should investigate it. And everybody in the media was saying, why would he want to investigate it? There's no evidence of voter fraud. Well, here it is, right here, this investigation that's been going on since last year. Voter group facing fraud charges. There is the big headline. As you can see, you can probably read some of it. Some of it you may not be able to. But the police in Indiana, here in Indianapolis, say voter registration groups signed up in the months leading up to the 2016 campaign. The group's canvassers made up or forged information on scores of voter registration, sometimes paying vagrants with cigarettes or pocket change to fill out forms. The Indiana Voter Registration Project and 12 of its workers, that's the name, including a manager, are accused of submitting falsified applications in Marion and St. Joseph counties. The group submitted registrations for people who didn't exist or later told detectives they never filled them out. According to the 167 pages, among those people who had applications filled out were a felon, a non-U.S. citizen, a minor, and a woman who lived in Florida. And it says in one case, but then it talks about several other cases of people who'd been dead for as much as 6 years. Continuing on, we see that canvassers told detectives that they were pressured to collect 10 applications per shift or risk losing their jobs. Here's the part that I think is most outrageous, is the Indiana Voter Registration Project faces 2 felony charges. If convicted, the court could fine them up to $10,000. 11 of the other employees are charged with procuring or submitting false or fictitious or fraudulent voter registration applications and perjury. And if convicted, they face a penalty of 6 months to 2.5 years behind bars and a $10,000 fine. Each of the people who did this could face a $10,000 fine and jail time. But yet the organization that pressured them to do this and wanted them and knew they were collecting falsified information are only going to get charged with maybe $10,000 fine. I think that's kind of hypocritical and outrageous. But here you have it right here in black and white. You see there was voter registration fraud. There may not have been voter fraud. There may not have been ballots cast on these registrations. But if this Democratic campaign could have gone to these lengths to register people who were dead, who's to say they wouldn't have gone beyond that? Anyway, I'm hoping, I don't know if anybody will see this, but I'm hoping maybe some of my family will share it. I know some people on one side may be upset that this information is out there, and people on the other side would probably be happy to see this, but I don't think you'll see it in the mainstream media. Maybe you will, but I doubt it. There's so much about Trump and Comey and all this emails and everything that you don't get to see stuff like this. So I wanted to share it, and I'm hoping somebody else out there will share it too. Thanks for listening.